What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Sean Diddy Combs, the judge is not done with you. Listen, if you guys don't know, last week, the Honorable Judge Arun, shut down Diddy. That's his holiday hopes. Yana, we're having the security people come out and fit it for cameras. And I know the judge was sitting there like, counselor, bail is denied. Well, guess what? It looks like the judge is not done with Diddy. Remember the gag order that Diddy hopped, skipped, and jumped himself over to court? And he was like, Your Honor, this is so unfair. Everybody needs to stop. The prosecution released information about me, and I don't agree with it. All right, so we know that happened, right? The judge said he was going to hold a separate hearing to see what was going on with it. The prosecution was like, yo, it wasn't us. The judge has actually come out and he is literally tying up any opportunity Diddy or his team could use to say that they won a mistrial or there was a miscarriage of justice. Why? Because the judge has just demanded that the prosecution actually sign an affidavit. The only thing is the prosecution said we have no problem doing that. And when this affidavit is submitted to the court, Diddy's dreams of saying that all this stuff was leaked to make him look bad and make him look violent, it looks like it will be caboose. Now, if Diddy has actual proof that the prosecution did leak the video of Cassie, then yeah, he can actually move to get charges thrown out. But after what we saw in Diddy last week, where he basically lied in a court of law and had his attorneys lie about sorry, whether it was legal documents or not leaked, I'm willing to bet they're BSing about this. They don't know whether the prosecution leaked it or not. They just want to say it is. Anyway, Judge Arun said in its November 1st, 2024 letter to the court, the government noted that it did not submit an affidavit attesting that the prosecution team, the government attorneys, excuse me, the agents involved in the grand jury process was not the source of the information in the news articles discussed by the defendant, but stated that it was prepared to submit such an affidavit at the court's request. Judge Arun says the government should submit this affidavit by Wednesday, December 4th. So they have to just submit the affidavit by Wednesday. I'm sure they 100% will. Diddy's team is trying to act like this is some big win. It's not, because again, Diddy's team has shown that they will lie and mislead the court with abandon. Hence, they called a whole emergency meeting on evidence that they knew at the time that they called it did not exist. But sorry, guys, that turkey. But interestingly enough, there has been a new twist with the Diddy team. Diddy, because he cannot silence what is going on, and because he was so humiliated when his bail got denied, and because people were live tweeting articles of being written, the sole voice of reason, the sole court reporter, Inner City Press, that was doing all the live tweeting, and it was a surprisingly fair, unbiased. It is everything that you want from a court reporter. There weren't wannabe court reporters saying this has no legs. There wasn't this, there wasn't that. They literally were, at the end of the day, he literally was just writing what he was supposed to write. Well, apparently, what ended up happening after that is they have then destroyed the Inner City Press, the sole court reporter. Amazon has put an embargo on their book. People are saying that Diddy's team has moved to silence, the only person letting us know what is going on. A cease and desist or Courtney Burgess. Now, we don't know whether or not the book is truthful or not. We do know that they are suing, saying that he had no right to publish the book. Diddy's children said, if you are in possession of any of that. That belongs to Kim Porter's estate, and we control our mom's estate. Okay, fine. But it's dangerous. And I think this points to Diddy's team that the inner city press's book, Diddy Do It, is now being blocked, just like Kim Porter, her story. Because unlike Kim Porter, her story, where we actually don't know how much of it was edited, how much is true or not. For those of y'all saying the kids came out and said it was a lie, no, they didn't. Because the kids are now saying that they are exclusive owners of that book and he had no right to publish it, right? However, when it comes to the inner city press, that's actually different because he was the sole live tweeter in the courtroom. On top of that, his book, Did He Do It, which I'll put in the screenshot, you guys go order and support. Follow him on Twitter and Blue Sky. It was nothing but a compilation of what he saw and heard in court. He did not give his opinion. He did not give ad libs. He literally wrote down everything he heard. So where does this leave us? Well, it leaves us with a dangerous precedent. To me, it sounds like Diddy's team is trying to punish the one person that televised their father's humiliation. One could argue that, again, Diddy and his team are blaming everybody but who they should be blaming for him being in jail, which is Diddy. And they're trying to literally move the players in the game off of the board before the main game starts. Just hear me out. You guys know that Diddy's trial will not be televised. Southern District of New York does not allow for cases to be televised. The only people we actually have in there are court reporters. Okay. Court reporting is more than just live tweeting. It's a way that you have to understand the law. It's a way that that nothing is now being shut down. I know content creators have noticed that their videos are being demonetized or striked because of community guidelines violations, and they have to fight that. There's also a lot of content creators that said Diddy tried to pay them off, and the people that don't get paid off, Diddy will do what he can to actually shut them up. But again, if you can get the main and the best court reporter, inner city press, off of the case now, then by May, who will be there in court to actually say what's going on? Now, and again, other news outlets might start being in court, but I doubt it because they haven't been in court so far. And if nobody's in court, then it makes it so easy for Diddy and his team to push a counter narrative about what's actually going on, what the government had, what the government saw. Again, let's support inner city press. Let's push back, and I hope Amazon, when they're done their review, will apologize and put his book back up for sale. Because again, the only reason I can see that it got pulled down is the same reason Courtney Burgess's book got pulled down, which is Diddy and his team, his kids, whatever, were complaining. However, it's not going to work with the inner city press, but they are doing what they can to mess with this man's livelihood. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think about the judge demanding the prosecutors. Again, this is a good thing because once they submit that affidavit, the second half of Diddy's attempt at bail falls flat. Y'all, listen, I don't know if Diddy is ever going to actually see the outside world again, but we will keep you posted if something changed. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.